Tommie here again. We have a strawberry bed that has been a strawberry bed for a couple years, and so we haven't been able to add soil to it like we usually would, otherwise we would bury the strawberries. So the soil level has really dropped quite a bit. So what we're going to do is take the strawberries out and add coco coir, which is a very water absorbent material that is going to be great for these beds because they're a bit sandy. Even the potting soil was a bit sandy, so this is really going to help us retain that water and those nutrients and also bring that soil level up at the same time. So yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so we got our strawberry bed. We're trying to mix in our coco coir as well as, I forgot to mention, our fertilizer, because this coco coir, unlike compost, doesn't have much nutritional value to it. So I want to make sure that I recharge this bed whenever I'm doing it. So I have basically just a basic mixture of cottonseed meal and some humic acid, which is going to be a really good balance to get this bed started off. And to make sure that I don't have layers in my bed, I don't want stratification for the roots. They don't need to. Basically, roots are picky. If they hit a sandy area or a really clay or a hard area, they will they won't go in there and they'll basically stop. So I want to make sure I mix in this coco coir really well. So I'm digging down to basically the bottom third of this bed because I want to make sure that I mix in my coco coir and my fertilizer really well, evenly. So I'm going to dig down to the bottom third, add that, fork it in, and I'm going to continue to do that as I fill this bed. Alright, hey everybody, so we've raised our soil level. We've got it mixed in really nicely with some new coco coir, cottonseed meal, and humic acid, which is going to give it a nice boost of growth for these tomatoes. It's late September, so it's our last chance to plant tomatoes here in Tucson. So we're going to get some in the ground. We've got some early girls, and we've got some Juliets. Both of them are short date of maturity grape tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. And yeah, that's kind of basically that short date of maturity is going to make sure that they are harvestable by the time winter gets here and the frost kills them back. Another benefit to raising this soil level is we really want to be able to grow things around these tomatoes as well. So whenever we raise our soil level, we get all this growing area on the edges, especially, that was getting a lot of shade. So raising that soil level up is going to allow us to plant things like turnips, radishes, all these short crops right next to the rail of the bed and still get really good growth. All right, let's get to it. Alright, so we've been planting these tomatoes, and I want to mention the reason why I'm pulling off these bottom suckers and leaves, and basically is because I bury 1/3 of this stem. Look at the whole stem from top to bottom, and 1/3 of it can be buried. All these little hairs are going to turn into roots, which is pretty cool. And yeah, so basically you can have a pair of pruners and do this, or you can just twist them off with your hand. But you can remove all these because they're really going to be useless under the ground. And you're going to make sure that whenever you plant these, you get nice root to air contact, like always. So be sure to pack it in well as you go. And then also, as always, I like to leave my little doggy bowls all around it. So when I hand water, the water will go directly to the roots.